I think it's
Why touching a dead whale is so dangerous.
Squids getting resurrected, snakes coming back from the dead, whales getting exploded, and worms vanishing into thin air. Today's list will show you why you should never dare to touch these animals, dead or alive. Headless rattlesnake. Here, witness this mind-blowing phenomenon. This rattlesnake has been decapitated, but that's still not stopping it from being alive. Look how it is flaunting its tongue. How cool is that? But how is this possible? Have they turned into zombies? Here, this one is moving despite being headless. The answer to this lies in the snake's physiology. Snakes are cold-blooded, hence they don't need as much oxygen to fuel the brain, and can probably live for minutes or even hours after being decapitated. Their whole body just needs some time to realize that it's time for them to pass away. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content.
So if you kill a snake, smash his head in.
The snake wasn't the only unique thing we had on the list. See this, for instance. This is how an alligator snapping turtle bites. If you previously thought of turtles being harmless, cute, and cuddly, think again. Because with a bite force of 1,000 pounds per square inch that could snap through bone, you would be a fool not to maintain your distance from them. Turns out that just like snakes, they too can bite even after the head becomes decapitated from the body. It is said that their heart can beat for a good 5 hours after getting removed from the body. I'm telling you, these turtle hearts will outlive us all.
So is the heart in their head?
No.
Then how the heck is the thing still?
It's still got oxygen. It's still got muscles.
Well, he said the heart can beat for 5 hours after it's been
the bodies can still live over there without the head.
But he's making it out the head can live. That's what I got from that.
I don't know. But apparently a zebra can explode.
Oh, God.
Exploding. This is a general rule, never to go near or touch an animal that is dead for some time. But perhaps this mule leopard didn't hear it, as it decided to make a meal out of an expired zebra.
Here we go.
What it didn't expect is that even though it's not alive, the zebra can still fully retaliate to its bad intentions. A shower of liquidy buildup burst in its face.
Ew.
It hit the bladder or something.
Yeah.
Scaring it. The smell must be nauseating, because look at him, he's literally gagging. I suppose he is considering becoming vegan. The water balloon that came from its body is probably the buildup of gases that reacted with the body fluid. Exploding sea worm. This is a sea worm, okay? And now I'm gonna show you a little magic. No, I'm not gonna make it disappear, but I will make it poof. Here it goes.
Oh, whoa.
In just a matter of nanoseconds, the sea worm exploded, dispersing itself into the water. Why did it do that? Well, that's because this is its means to reproduce.
That's
As the body explodes, the sea worm disperses its gametes, and this special way of reproduction is known as epitochy. Unfortunately,
you want to go down on Friday night and do some dancing at the epitochy?
this interesting reproduction comes with a cost, as the worm passes away in the act, sacrificing itself for the future generation. Exploding ant.
He himself to death.
Oh my God. Oh, no, you did.
Yeah, I can't take me anywhere.
As we're talking about sacrifices,
exploding
the most macho ant ever, Colobopsis saundersi, aka the exploding ants. At the time of grave danger, these ants rip themselves apart to protect their fellows, releasing a yellowish goo resembling a curry. Ew, look at that yellowy goo. The ant lacks large mandibles, so it cannot sting, and generally seems an easy target for any predator until they decide to self-sacrifice for the greater good. Okay, brace yourself, because now it's going to get a little gross. Is this
now it's going to get gross?
Ant giving birth to maggot larvae? No, it's more like they're exploding out of her body. This happens when a parasite like a bee forcefully injects its eggs into the ant's body. Hippo exploding on lion's face.
A bee injects its larvae into
an ant?
An ant? I didn't know that was a thing.
I either.
Just as we showed you before that dead animals can spook their predators with little explosions, here a pride of lions appeared on the scene where a lion was already munching on a hippo. The pride approached it, and after hearing some weird grumbling sounds, they backed off. The lion again dared to approach the hippo carcass, but this is what he got in return. The gas got released via his orifice, traumatizing the lion for good or worse. As the hippo's corpse was already pretty bloated, there was a lot of methane gas inside it, caused by the decomposition. Camel bursting.
Well,
it's literally It's literally poop that's flying out of them.
Chances of this are pretty slim, but if you ever come across a carcass of the ship of the desert, don't you dare touch it. Maintain your distance and stay as far away as possible, because it can explode its guts onto you. It doesn't always happen, but the probability of this happening is very common because when a camel expires, all the stored water in its body doesn't digest, but mixes with bodily gases, making methane and other combustible gases that could blow with a simple touch.
That makes
The bacteria in the animal's
total
intestinal
sense.
Shoot that from a distance.
tract grow in an uncontrolled manner, which results in the bloating of the whole body, with the internal organs inflating to double size. Pufferfish.
No, that's definitely bad news. But apparently it's a delicacy if you eat it properly. Or it can kill you.
Yeah.
You need a real good and wise sushi chef.
All of you know that the pufferfish can inflate its body with a
baby
huge amount of
pufferfish?
water and air in the
Has
face
to
of an
be.
imminent threat, exposing its spiky body. But can this huge balloon explode? Yes and no. When it comes out of the water,
fill
there is
themselves
nothing
with
much it can
water? How do
do,
they
so
puff?
it deflates itself.
Just
Look
doing
at
that
this
with
one
their body?
secreting all the stored water from its mouth. And here, the cat is performing an experiment
Oh,
to
don't
blow
do
it. Well, rip to both, as the toxins releasing from the fish's skin will be more than adequate to place this cat into eternal slumber.
Yeah,
So
it'll
if you
kill you.
like living, stay away from them at all costs, and never dare to touch them. Termites explosion. Just like the ants, these termites also explode to protect their colony, and this one is ready to rain some liquid artillery on its enemies. They have a pack of chemicals stored in their bodies, which comes in handy in times of fighting off an intruder. This act is done by the old worker bees, as they have the most toxic blue crystals secreted by a specialized pair of glands on their abdomens. Most of the
crystals?
explosion happens internally in the body,
kind of
with
bees are
organs
those?
damaged in the process.
Said a honeybee.
This picture shows an uncomfortably huge carcass laying on the beach. What will happen if anyone will try to poke it? Let's show you what!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Bad idea.
Exploding whale. I guess it's pretty self-explanatory.
Are we all about the exploding whales on this channel?
no.
What's going to happen if anyone will touch this whale carcass?
Don't do
Residents
it.
of Trout River, Newfoundland, Canada, came across this
That's just
gigantic
full-
blue whale that, after a few days of decomposition, turned into a full-fledged balloon. Now, I've already told you the answer to this mystery is the buildup and accumulation of gases in its body. The residents maintained their distance from it, but
I would probably not be able to resist getting out my 22, just poking a tiny little hole in that thing from a real far away distance.
as usual, scientists approach them for a post-mortem, and this is what happens.
Don't do it.
Oh.
The boom is generally so strong that it can seriously hurt the person standing near it.
Gosh.
Pus caterpillar. If you come across the
You shoot it and let it blow up from a distance.
Yeah.
You don't go pry into it.
No.
Yeah. You
No.
just get something that will pierce.
Oh, well gets all over me.
No.
Ugh.
this cute and cuddly crawling insect that resembles a blonde mustache, kindly maintain your distance because it can do this.
Holy crud.
What looks like soft furry skin is actually hiding sharp spikes inside it. The barbs are filled with poisonous stings, which, when come in contact with the skin, can result in excruciating pain for weeks. In
God.
rare cases, it can even lead to anaphylactic shock. The caterpillar can grow to a little over 1 inch long and is covered in gray and orange hairs, which have venom glands at the base. They are harmless as adults, but total hotheads in adolescence. You and I definitely can't
The teenagers.
differentiate, so don't dare to touch. Porcupine.
That's
Now,
a no-brainer.
everyone knows the only thing that makes this rodent unique
You
or
would
special
think.
is the feature of having sharp quills on its whole body. Anyone who dares to mess with them gets this.
Oh,
The quills detach when someone touches them and get stuck in the skin, and getting them detached
Oh my
is
God.
quite a
could you imagine?
test
No.
because you can't just pull them out. When pulled, they tend to
Yeah.
move more inward, and the deeper they get into the skin, the more painful they get, and also cause more infections. Some
Ah.
people think they can shoot these quills, but that's not true. They just get stuck to those who take the risk of poking them. Brazilian wandering
Poor
spider.
leopard.
That poor
He's
leopard.
like-
He's not having a good day.
This deadly arachnid is famous for delivering a potent poison with its one bite that, if not treated timely, could result in some serious consequences. Its
How do you treat that stuff? What do you mean treat it properly? What does that mean?
neurotoxin is designed to attack the central nervous system. It is also known as the banana spider due to its practice of hiding in banana boxes imported from Brazil and
Oh my God.
Yes, Jackson was telling me all about spiders hiding in bananas, and that when we go to the store, we need to double check all the bananas because the spiders can like literally kill you. He told me this one day, and I was like, "Are you real serious?" And he was like, "Yes, we learned it in science." So when we go to the store to get bananas, he's all like double checking and inspecting them.
Just when you think you can live a nice, peaceful life, your bananas can kill you. I love bananas.
Those things.
Wow.
Yes.
Entering the United States. Their bodies are covered in thick brown hair. They are nocturnal and actively hunt at night. Look
And then if one gets out and then it gets in your house and then breeds, and now we have them here.
at this one on the man's leg. Because of the toxicity of their bite and their threatening appearance, these spiders have a reputation for being aggressive.
Oh, great.
Immortal squid. There is a special Japanese street food dish called the dancing squid bowl. In that bowl,
God.
a dead squid is resurrected and made to dance. It consists of a fresh squid served on top of rice or noodles.
No thanks.
No. That's
No.
insane.
Yeah.
When the soy sauce is poured on top of the squid, it begins dancing. This happens due to the squid's muscles reacting with the sodium present in soy sauce, which forces it to break a leg. Now, as much as it sounds weird, it totally looks amusing and gives the squid a resurrected feel. Many exotic food lovers try it, and I won't forbid touching it. So also, go ahead and eat it all you want, but only if you can digest all the grossness.
Oh, no thanks. That's gross.
God, no.
I can't.
No.
No. My food
No.
has to be dead.
No.
I mean, I'll eat
Just
sushi,
no.
but I'm not eating that.
Fire belly toad. This is another animal on the touch me not list, and just let me say that touching them will put you in eternal sleep. These unusual toads have a pretty unique trick up their sleeve. They have been observed to occasionally play dead to confuse the predator and let them touch their body, which they already covered with a secreted milky substance. That substance is obviously a toxin that irritates the mouth and eyes of the attacker. Fire-belly toads' brightly colored skin also attracts potential predators towards them, but once they come near it, it's game over for them.
Then how is this person just holding one?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Side-gilled
Because
slug.
I have done, like, when I've seen this stuff, anything that's bright in colors, you stay away from. They're dangerous. They're poisonous. Anything. Just a note to yourself.
Makes sense.
Slugs are perceived as harmless by people, but mind you, as this side-gilled slug found deep in the oceans have enough toxin that a single touch can put at least 4 adults into an eternal sleep.
A single touch can kill 4 people?
That makes me definitely not want to get back in the ocean.
I am never going back in the ocean.
I don't have
These blobs of
desire
jellies
for
make the
that.
toxic compound tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin also found in pufferfish that can paralyze a person in
The same stuff is in pufferfish?
seconds and kill within an hour.
Like-
Paralyze within seconds and kill within an hour?
So how far down in the ocean are these things?
Where in the world are they, too?
Most
Yeah.
have colored bodies with different patterns on them to warn the predators to stay away. Mostly dogs become their target, and the symptoms like overexcitement, tremors, seizures, drooling, and vomiting can be seen frequently.
I think that actually happened when Worthy got a toad one time. He was starting to freak out a little bit from something like that.
Yeah.
He had an incident like that.
Octopus revenge. This one is my ultimate favorite and should come off as a warning to all the exotic food lovers out there who don't hesitate one bit before trying outrageous food trends. This girl started a live stream while attempting to gobble up an octopus live. The octopus
You can't fix.
I got it.
turned on its fight mode, and the rest is history. The octopus defends itself by sticking to her face with its suckers. After starting the whole fiasco, she had the audacity to complain. Girl, you were doing the same thing to it. Why are you crying after the karma? Gila monster. Why a monster? Well, that's because this 2-foot-long and more than 5-pound heavy lizard is the largest.
I am not a lizard lover. We have geckos around the house, and I'll tolerate them because they eat bugs.
Daniel
And they
screams.
stay away from me.
Do you know who has to get geckos out of our house?
You.
Me. Jennifer, there's a gecko. I'm like, are you kidding me?
We had some relatives that
Well,
asked us.
he'll take care of a snake that gets in our house, but he will not take care of a gecko. Just like-
The first time that we had a snake here, Summer freaked out. Now she's totally fine with them. Because she researched it and found out and realized, oh, they're just rat snakes. There's actually beneficial to us. And usually they're like this big, tiny little, it doesn't even matter.
No, we had one in his office one time that was about that big.
Really?
And we think it came off like an Amazon package or something.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He has pictures of it. And then one time there was one in
Have you put it on to figure out what kind it is? Put it on the internet? Because there's a snake group. Summer's in it.
Oh, I think he posted it and someone, I don't know what they said. I think they said it was like a rat. What is it?
A rat snake?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. He tried to tell me it was a rattlesnake.
You would know if it's a rattlesnake.
And I go, Daniel, that is not a rattlesnake. He's like, yeah, it is. It's a rattlesnake. And then so he's convinced Zoe. But our dog has killed.
I want to see the picture of it.
Our dog kills them. Like if they get in our yard.
Oh, yeah.
He literally, like one night, Zachary was outside and he literally ran outside, grabbed the snake, shook it, came up to the patio and dropped it at Zachary's feet. And he was like a puppy.
Wow.
He was all proud. And so Daniel calls him TJ the snake killer.
We were babysitting or lizard sitting, I guess, for some relatives. And after a couple of days, I was like, you got to get this thing out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not tolerating being around this in my house. Nope.
I'm not a big fan.
I am not a fan of lizards.
I'm not a fan of reptiles.
Snakes either. Yeah, no reptiles.
Just native lizard in the States. Not only is it monstrous due to its size, but the lizard also has a pack of venom about as toxic as that of a western diamondback rattlesnake. It has been determined that, however, a relatively small amount of venom is introduced in a Gila bite. These monsters hold on to a predator for more than 10 minutes. Also, there is no anti-venom for the Gila bites. What's the most interesting thing about this lizard is that its venom is being used to save human lives. Scientists have discovered that they have a potential treatment in type 2 diabetes.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
That's
You know what
interesting.
else? You know what else will treat diabetes? Don't eat any sugar.
Yeah. Well, there's some.
Change
What
your
is
diet
it?
permanently.
Which one is it? Is it type 2? Or which one's genetic? Like you
don't know.
can't even control it.
But
There's one that you.
if I have any
born
risk of
with it.
anything, the first thing that I look at is how am I contributing to it? And I'm going to change my behavior that will end that. And then and only then, when or if that doesn't work, then do I go to the other extremes of that.
Yeah.
Too many people. Summer's grandfather says, she goes, Papa, would you rather...
Oh yeah, she told
would you
me.
rather change your diet to treat that, or would you rather just take a pill and keep eating what you're eating? He goes, I'd rather take a pill and keep eating what I'm eating.
I know. Well, that's that
I know.
age group. But I will say that on like diabetes, there is the one type they can't help. Like they're born that way, and it's just
Sucks.
Yeah, it's really
Yep.
really hard.
Box jellyfish.
I have gotten stung by jellyfish before.
My
It sucks.
cousin has.
I
It
don't
was
know if
bad.
it's a box jellyfish, but
Box jellyfish take the crown of being the most venomous marine animal. If you ever come across this one, it's most probably game over for you. They may look pretty harmless,
Well,
but one
obviously you're still
bite
here,
can send
so
you
it's
to
not game
Davy
over
Jones'
for you.
locker.
what? Yeah.
I said it wasn't.
It was bad though. It hurt.
Oh yeah, I
I
hear.
was a kid.
I hear. You know
in
what they
Mississippi.
tell you you're supposed to do when that happens? Someone's supposed to
Pee on it.
you.
Yeah. You think? I don't know if that's legit
If that
or not.
works.
Yeah. I think it just adds insult to injury.
Yeah.
You're so stupid. I'm just gonna pee on you.
AKA a watery grave. Divers swimming in the water get the most affected by them. The tentacles are covered with tiny darts loaded with poison. Within a few moments of getting stung, a person experiences paralysis, cardiac arrest, and eventually death. Many divers don't even get a chance to swim out and pass away in the water. But don't go choosing mountains over oceans just yet, as there are over more than 50 species of box jellyfish, and only a few are equipped with venom. Africanized
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. I have
honeybee.
no desire to dive.
Meet the bullies of the bee kingdom, the Africanized honeybees, also known as the killer bees. They are much more aggressive and defensive than any other bee variety. They have the ability to chase a person some 400 miles.
Holy
also,
crap!
How did they know?
400
Because
miles.
what person can run 400 miles to get away from a bee? I can imagine. Dude, I would love to do a cartoon about that. This is bee just flying along, and the story he's telling himself about
He's
getting
all
this guy.
mad.
I imagine him like Pepe Le Pew. You know how he used to always just follow the person around.
Follow the cat.
Yeah.
They have been credited to have killed more than 1,000 humans, with victims receiving 10 times more stings than average European honeybees. Africanized honeybees are pretty vindictive too. There's a report of a group of them finishing off a tractor driver who accidentally ran his tractor over their colony. They surround their victim in the multitudes, hundreds or maybe thousands, and then swoop, sting, and inject venom into their flesh. Flamboyant.
Oh, man.
God.
What a way to die.
Flamboyant cuttlefish. So some much better than a modest cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish. Just like the name, the appearance is also flamboyant, but don't let it deceive you. It lies at the bottom of the ocean, camouflaging itself with its surroundings. A toxicology report has confirmed that the
looks like a
muscle tissue of
rhinoceros.
flamboyant cuttlefish is highly toxic, making it only the third cephalopod found to be poisonous. One thing that people confuse about it is that it is poisonous, not venomous. It can't directly transfer its poison through bites or stings. It contains toxic chemicals which can become harmful when
Pretty cool
eaten.
looking.
Studies have shown that the toxin of flamboyant cuttlefish is as lethal as that of blue-ringed octopus. Tarantula hawk.
What happened to that blue ring? What are they going to tell us about that one?
Interestingly, contrary to its name, the tarantula hawk is neither a tarantula nor a hawk. This harmless-looking insect is capable of delivering the most
I don't know. That doesn't look pretty harmless to me.
It looks like a ant and a wasp put together.
Yeah.
painful wasp sting in the world. Just like the others on this list, we should obviously stay away from them. But they are especially the stuff of nightmares for the spiders. Even the biggest, hairiest spiders run away from them in terror.
So this dude right here intentionally gets himself stung so that he can feel what these things feel like.
No, thank you.
That's mentally ill.
Yes.
I don't want likes and clicks and watches in my video enough to do that crap. You've got to be kidding me.
No.
People who have been stung describe it as immediate, excruciating, unrelenting pain that simply shuts down one's ability to do anything except for scream. The tarantula hawk has been awarded the position of second place on the Schmidt Sting Pain Index.
It's only second place.
Oh, yeah. No.
Beaten only by the South American bullet ant. Giant
Okay, the South American bullet ant. Oh my God.
silkworm moth. This menacing-looking caterpillar warns everyone by its looks to stay away from it. But
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
wanna
are
mess
too
with that
stupid to
thing.
pay no heed to my warning, just know that one innocent touch will result in leukocytosis, anemia, bruising, hematuria, hematoma, vomiting, nausea, headache, a burning sensation at the site, swelling, redness, and excruciating pain.
So what's so bad about that?
They camouflage well in their surroundings and have rows of tubercles crowned with whorls of easily detachable spines of different sizes. These spines on the body can puncture the skin, releasing venom into the body. The little giant silkworm moth is responsible for numerous human deaths every year, particularly in southern Brazil.
I am never going to Brazil. No, thank you.
Elephant boom.
Oh, gross.
During the autopsy of deceased elephants, an elephant boom is pretty common. When it passes away, the bacteria inside its body start to decompose to satisfy its hunger and produce natural gases like methane inside the carcass. As it is no longer alive and the digestive system is not functioning, the gas cannot exit anywhere and
don't
keeps
do it, dude.
accumulating inside. And the pressure inside the elephant becomes so high that if you pierce even a little bit of its body, it will explode. And at the same time, if the elephant's body fails to withstand the pressure, it might even explode by itself without any external pressure or anything. The pressure is so high that it is advised that it can tear away the body of a person standing nearby.
Looks like it was shot.
No, it looks like, well, maybe, but he is slicing it
Is that what he's
lengthwise
doing?
with a long machete. That's why it's got that slit and it's expanding with each cut. And he's trying to not get in there. That's dumb. You do not want to be in there.
No.
Why would you not just shoot it from a distance? I mean, maybe they don't have guns where they're at, but
Oh, I bet you they do.
you would think.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This is on the level of an exploding whale.
Fire
Dynamite.
corals.
Yeah.
These stingy
Why don't you take about a half ton of dynamite? 20 pieces of dynamite might help you with that
With
elephant
that
over there.
elephant.
painful and master of disguise corals aren't really corals in reality. They are closer to jellyfish than stony corals. The bright yellow-green corals are often mistaken by divers as seaweed, and upon contact, they deliver an intense pain that can last from 2 days to 2 weeks. Prominent side effects include irritation, stinging or burning pain, skin redness, fever,
thank you.
hives, and more. Their venom is non-lethal to humans, but if you don't mind the things I just mentioned, well, be my guest and dare to poke them.
Yeah.
Blue glaucus.
No.
Blue Glock.
Now, this one here is pretty interesting. If you're thinking that these little fellas are venomous, and I'll definitely tell you to never touch them, y'all are wrong. Blue glaucus isn't venomous by themselves, but when they feed on their favorite food, the Portuguese man-of-war, they store the stinging nematocysts created by the prey's notoriously long, venomous tentacles. One sting from this little guy can lead to nausea, pain, vomiting, acute allergic contact dermatitis, and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So it's safe to say that when you encounter one, just try to
What, did you see somebody about to touch it?
Yeah.
admire it from far away.
No
Toxic
thanks.
newts. Scientists have discovered a deadly neurotoxin producing bacteria that resides on the skin of rough-skinned newts. This
I don't think I can ever go to Nukes now again. The restaurant.
not-so-exotic creature is capable of producing enough poison to finish
It is
off
kinda
20 grown
cute.
humans. Just like many other poisonous animals, this one's poison is also composed of tetrodotoxin. Like every wild animal, they use this to prey. But interestingly, some snakes have developed resistance to their venom, and in response, these newts have cranked up their venom dosage to double. If any human will make the mistake of ingesting them, his head will probably be induced paralysis or demise from asphyxiation.
Then what is
Thank
this
you
dude
very-
doing handling and holding the thing?
He said ingest it, so I guess you can hold them and be okay. But if you eat it,
Oh, you can't
got,
eat it.
You got problems.
No worries on that one.
The thing looked friendly. I mean, in his hand.
So yeah, stay away from all of those things. This is the Lawyer Dana Show.